So yeah, this poem is called Bad to the Bone. The type of woman she is, give the girl something special. A red commodity, fine as wine and soft as a feather. Her first impression is a blessing, so you ain't gonna forget her. And she a hot girl, but her heart comes is December. She might let you come over and chill, but you ain't gonna stay. The way she carried herself, you would have thought she was an AKA. I'm talking bad news in your meeting, turning heads when she hit the scene. She let it come to work before she let you get in between them jeans. Far from average, this little girl ain't regular, I ain't gonna front. She knows her worth, so she don't have to use what she got to get what she want. This girl is super bad. I'm talking like Foxy Cleopatra and gold number. And I ain't saying she a gold nigga, but she ain't messing with her broke nigga. Coke bottle shake thicker than a milkshake. She know niggas run game like 2K, so she not gonna get played. And she got a small mouth, so you gotta watch what you say. And she quick to block you. Better have a good topic, because if you want to talk about sex, she gonna drop you. They call her Miss Motion, because she work what she got, and she get it on her own. She's super bad, and her mama bad to the bone.
Y'all, this is Z with the Elevation, and we are here at Under the Influences HomeBase R&B Live. And right here, I got with me
Trey the GOAT.
Hey, you heard it here first, man. So Trey, if you don't mind me asking, y'all are in for a treat tonight, because Trey, man, he does poetry and dance. So if you don't mind me asking, bro, what started this? How did you get started in poetry and dance?
So dancing, I was a self-taught dancer all my life. I grew up going to dance competitions such as this little thing called the Gong Show. It was basically like a church event where it was like a dance competition for kids, and that was kind of where that started. And once I got to college and I actually joined the dance team, that was my first time actually being on a team and actually learning different styles of dancing, such as contemporary, reggae, hip hop. Like I was mostly like crunk and hip hop for real. Okay. And the team that I joined, shout out to Pulse, you know what I'm saying? When I got to Claflin University, I initially meant to join my freshman year, and I was just doing so much stuff. I was on the step team, I was modeling and all this other stuff. And my sophomore year, when they had auditions again, I wasn't missing it. And so that's where that part started. Poetry, surprisingly, I didn't even know I was good at poetry. I wrote my first poem in 12th grade.
Wow, okay.
And it was right when Marion Barry had passed away. I graduated from Ballou High School in Southeast. Okay. And so it was right when Marion Barry passed away. They was having a competition. And you could do an essay or you could do a poem. And me personally, even though I am a good writer, at that time, I wasn't in the right mind state for an essay. They wanted like 10 to 12 pages. I was like, nah, I'm cool. When I asked how long the poem had to be, it didn't have to be as long as that. So I was like, all right, well, it can't be that hard to rhyme. And the advisor that was over the program, he seen me procrastinating through the hallway the whole week because I was out of football. I didn't have track practice. I usually just used to just stay after school to just chill around. And so once he told me, would you win? Would you stand to win? Then that's what got me interested. He was like, "You win $1,000." He was like, "What you too good for $1,000?" I'm like, "Nah." So I joined the competition, and the first, I still remember this guy's name to this day, and I hope he end up saying this. I hope I end up winning it to him. He's a dope artist. His name is Constance the MC.
Okay.
He was the pioneer that got the Trey the GOAT boat started. Like, wow. He helped me come up with the first 4 stanzas, which was real eyes, real eyes, real eyes. And then after that, he was just like, whatever you feel, just put it on the paper. Yeah. And then from there, I won the competition. I got to school the next day, and my mother didn't even know that I was in the competition. So I got to school the next day. She popped up and surprised me. I had this big billboard check that was like the size of me. I was in the newspaper and stuff. And so I published that poem, and that's when I became a published author. And so when they came to me to do the articles and stuff, and they was like, "Well, when did you start writing poetry?" I was like, "This my first poem." And it was like, "You gotta keep writing." And so that's pretty much how my poetry journey got started.
Wow, that's pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
And just that one moment right there changed your whole life.
Absolutely.
Most definitely, yeah. I dabble and dabble a little bit. Well, I started with poetry, most definitely.
Okay.
Sort of a similar experience.
Right.
Like I remember I won an award for Ma Angelou. I looked up to her a lot. And it was like a little project for school, and it ended up getting published, and I just I always kind of turn my poetry into music. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty dope, man. We definitely need more of that. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, what were some of your influences coming up? I know you had spoke about that particular incident, but what are some influences that have kept you going?
That's kept me going. So honestly, growing up, I can't really say I had too many influences because I didn't even really know, like I said, that I was good at poetry at first.
Yeah.
But once I really did start digging in and like really taking poetry seriously, I started to like really tap in and just bump into certain guys, or just certain things would pop up on my algorithm. Guys like shout out Orville the poet. He's the host of Pure Poetry. That's like my big bro. When I first started doing open mics, I went to Pure Poetry by myself and got up there and performed. Okay. Shout out to Matt Capone. He does trap poetry. That's another one that I started going to by myself when I first started getting back into open mics. Sharp Pen Poetry. That's my homegirl Cookie. Passport Poetry. That's my homegirl Zay. So I just really just once I jumped out there, it initially started by me DMing Matt Capone just off the humble, and I was like, hey, you know, I'm a fan of your work or whatever, and I don't look for no shout outs. I don't need you to post my stuff enough. I just want you to look at my poems and tell me, you know, some feedback. And he, as a man, like just hit me back. Like he wasn't off no celebrity, because you know sometimes when people got all these followers and you got the hype, it's like you feel like you above or you're better than. But Matt, he reached out and he gave me some good feedback, and he was like, even if he's like, I encourage you to come to open mics just to find your poetry voice. He's like, even if you don't come to my open mic, just start going in general. He's like, because I can see in your videos that you have the words for sure, but he was like, it's just that you just gotta put that inflation on your voice a little better. And so just like slowly but surely, I also started tapping into people like Maui, Save La Baby, Cito Blanco. Yeah, it's a lot. I watch a lot of poetry now. Like, a lot of my algorithm is poetry.
Most definitely. Yo, man, I'm glad to hear that, bro, because it's an art. It is. It truly is, man. So with that, do you have any pieces out that people can go and find, and where they can find your poetry?
Absolutely. So I post a lot of my videos on my Instagram, which is at _trade.thegoat _TRE. I'm sorry, _TRETHEGOAT. I post a lot of my videos from there. Sometimes it's either from my room or like a recap of my open mics. I also have an album out on Apple Music called Just Because. It's like a rap / poetry album. Okay. I really just did it to kind of like see how I sounded on the beat, because the people would always hear my poetry and they would say like, why you don't rap, or why you don't do battle rap? And me personally, I just feel like, you know, with as many rappers as it is today, I just feel like the rap game is a little oversaturated. And I wanted to do something that was different. I wanted to do something that stand out. And I get the same reaction every time when people find out that I'm a poet. It's like, oh, you're a poet. It's like, you know, now they're intrigued. If it's the roles are reversed and it's a rapper, then it's like, oh, you rap. Oh, okay. It's like, he's another rapper. And so, yeah, it like I said, it initially started with me wanting to be different. Like I always wanted to kind of stand out from the pack, just growing up in general, classroom, friends, whatever. Like, I was never like I was kind of like the anomaly. Like,
yeah. But like you said, like it's not saying a forgotten art, but people we jump straight into music, not realizing that poetry is still an art.
Yeah, and poetry really it basically is like music. It's just no beat to it. Yeah. And some people do. Like you got guys like AJ McQueen doing his thing with putting poetry on actual and turn them into actual songs, and he'll make it a poem, and then half of it is on a song, and then he go back to the poem. It's so dope. And I actually got the chance to meet him as well. I went to the Pure Poetry anniversary, and he was the feature. And I got to chop it up with him like after the meet and greet line was over. He was pretty much like just packing up, and it was funny because security like they kind of like tried to play me, like they thought I was walking up for a picture. Like he like, yeah, no more pop. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't even here on that. I'm just trying to holler at him off the humble, and he definitely, you know, gave me some game too. So I try to soak up as much as I can from, you know, people that are on the level that I aspire to reach.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Yeah, that's pretty dope. And I want to ask you one more question. Have you ever experienced, or what was a challenging time that you were able to use your poetry and music to kind of get you through?
Probably one of the first like deep poems I wrote. It was a poem called "The Struggle," and it's basically a poem, describing what my life was like growing up. I was raised by a single mom. She had four of us. Um, excuse me. My youngest brother, his dad, he was there for a little bit throughout a little bit of my life. Him and my mom was married for about 10 years. And my dad, he was there for the little bit of time that he was until he, was incarcerated or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty much describing like what I went through growing up and how it shaped me. And it was a challenging thing because the first time I ever did it, I didn't do it in front of a crowd. I did it in front of my mom.
Yeah.
And if anybody know my mom, she probably gonna be mad at me if she see this. But if anybody knows my mom, she has like the biggest heart, but she's also like very, emotional sometimes when it comes to her kids, as she should be, because that's how all mothers are.
Yeah.
And I was reading it, and as I'm looking up at her, because I at that time I wasn't as good as I am now with just remembering my poems. So as I'm reading it, I'm reading Chili's, mind you, and it's my mom, her ex-husband she was married to at the time, my brother, my sister, her boyfriend, like my immediate family. Yeah. And that was something that I wanted to do for them because that poem was basically for them.
Yeah.
And so me trying to read it and looking at her, and I just seeing her crying, I was like, nope, just keep looking at the phone. Because if I look at her, I'm gonna start crying. Yeah. So it's one of those things where like sometimes you gotta push yourself through those emotions, like to actually let yourself go through it and decompress. Because some people just go through stuff and they never allow themselves to really, feel the emotion from it. And that's why they just walk around mad and holding on to trauma and stuff. I don't really hold on to nothing. I don't really have no regrets. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
In my eyes, and I just move on God's time, and that's all.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Y'all heard it here first, man.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Because that's pretty much my platform. The elevation is Heal, Grow, Elevate. Okay. So we healing through our traumas, but we're using our arts to do it. We're growing, we're learning, and we're elevating to new platforms, new areas, you know what I'm saying, new environments. So yeah, bro, that's kind of dope. That's an inspiring story, most definitely.
I appreciate that.
And anybody that they thinking about getting into poetry, man, go for it, man. Yeah. Go for it. And man, you could tell the people, where can they find you? Where can they find your music once again?
So you can find me on Instagram at _tre.thegoat. That's _trade.thegoat. Like I said, you can find my music on Apple Music. The title of the album is called Just Because. You can catch me at Sharp Pen Poetry next Wednesday, the 15th. You can catch me at Melted Pen Poetry on the 19th. And you can catch me at Nerd at Night, August 16th with Nerd the Poet. Oh yeah, shout out to my dog Nerd too, man. That was definitely another OG that reached out to me. Actually, he's a lot closer to me than a lot of other people. Like Nerd and Orville, those are like the two main ones that I link up with or whatever. But yeah, shout out to Nerd, man. He gonna be hosting August 16th, Nerd at Night. So those are the next 3 shows I got so far.
Yeah, most definitely. Y'all make sure y'all follow and tap in, bro. I'm excited to see what you about to do on this stage, man.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a show. One thing about me, I'm the type of guy that lives and thrives off of being in the moment and pressure building up. I get nervous, of course, like everybody else, but it shows me that I'm still human. So it's always a good nervous. But y'all, if y'all not here, you're gonna wish you was when you see the footage.
Hey, you heard it here first, man. So this has been Z with the Elevation. We're here at the Under the Influence HomeBase R&B Live. And yeah, let's go.
Yeah.